Welcome to Your Condo Connection, the CCI video series designed to assist condominium purchasers and owners. Today we have a very special guest because we're talking about a very special subject. I'd like to welcome Brian Antman. Brian, welcome. Thanks for coming today.
No problem.
Brian, you're an accountant and a longtime auditor for condominium corporations. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to talk finances today, and you're going to give us all some great insight. Earlier we were talking about status certificates, and one of the documents that was in there, or some of the documents, were said to be financially related. Mm-hmm. What should potential purchasers be looking for in the status certificate?
There's a number of financial information that's included in the status certificate. The first thing you want to look for is information about the particular unit. Is there a lien against the unit? Is there any condominium fees that are owed against the unit? The next thing that you find out financially from a status certificate is if there's any special assessments. If they've been levied in the past or if they're contemplated in the future, they should be disclosed in the status certificate. The status certificate also tells you information about the budget. The budget's important because it tells you if the corporation's meeting its financial obligations and has sufficient monies there to pay its obligations. Next, information about the reserve fund. The reserve fund is like your savings account at home. Money's put aside to ensure that there's cash there in the future for future major repairs and replacements when they're needed, so that the corporation doesn't have to go to the owners at that time. Lastly, the status certificate gives you information about legal affairs. That's important to a potential purchaser because there could be either a financial reward or a financial penalty depending on the outcome of the lawsuit, if there is one.
Well, interesting. So whether or not there may be some additional legal costs coming up in the future. Great. And so what I got from you was that there are two bank accounts. There's an operating account and a reserve account, or much like our checking account and savings account. Okay, now, how could we tell if a condo in the past has been managed appropriately?
Well, included in the package that you would get when you purchase a condominium is a copy of the audited financial statements. The audited financial statements, first of all, the Condominium Act requires that a corporation more than 25 units have an audit. The audit gives you information that an independent third party has looked at the financial affairs to ensure that they're properly disclosed. The financial statements include, first, the audit report, a balance sheet which tells you the financial position of the corporation, a statement of revenue and expenditures that tells you the operations, both on a budget information way and also operationally current financial information. And then lastly are the notes to the financial statements. Those give you additional information that is not disclosed in any of those other statements.
Wow, that's a lot of information, but I guess it's just about being in a good financial position. And I guess you could ask your lawyer to help you through that too. I know they're going to be looking at it.
Correct.
Great. Now, if we were to leave our viewers with maybe just 3 or 4 things to look for, what would you say they should be?
I would say first, you want to make sure that the corporation has a clean audit opinion. Next, you want to make sure that they are in compliance with the Condominium Act. Third, that the reserve fund is adequately funded. There'll be disclosure if it's adequately funded. And then lastly, if there's an operating surplus. Our rule of thumb is that the corporation should have 1 to 2 months operating surplus in order to meet any unexpected repairs in the future.
So that'd be like having 1 or 2 paychecks in your bank all the time.
Correct.
Okay, that's really good information. Brian, thanks for coming and sharing that with us today. We hope that you'll understand a little bit better what the financial position of the corporation you're considering to purchase in might be with Brian's helpful advice here. In the meantime, I'm Murray Johnson, and this has been Your Condo Connection.